Okay, hello guys, welcome back to another UNMETA video where we try to defiantly climb the ladder without using any form of meta decks. For today, or for this week, we'll be featuring a deck that has been inspired by Thresh. The ability of Thresh is to bring out champions from the deck when he is leveled up and he attacks, but that happens for one time only. So this deck is a bit more of a I don't know if it's gonna be fitting control or if it's mid-range, but I don't know exactly what to call it. But what I do know, it's not aggro, so it could be mid-range, it could be control. But basically, as you can see, the ratio for units and spells here, it's leaning towards spells, so it might be control. We have a few threats here, so let's get to talk about. You know what? Let's start off with a overall strategy of the deck. So it's basically hitting the enemy with Lucian, Senna, and by the end, if we manage to make it by the end of or if we manage to make it late, we have Rhasa to help us end the game, and of course Atrocity for reach. So basically, it's just it's fundamentally trying to attack the opponent. But the thing here is we're aiming to rush Lucian's level up because his double attack is really helpful, especially if there's no blocker from the opposing side, due to the fact that he will attack the Nexus twice. I think I initially thought it wouldn't do that, but there was this match, a practice match, that I saw him attacking twice. So yeah. So how will we do that? We will do that by using Fading Memories on Senna, or we could actually use Glimpse or Mark of the Isles on Senna. But I personally prefer having this setup, having Lucian level up around turn 4, because we'll drop him at turn 2, drop Senna on turn 3, and use Fading Memories on the same turn. Then we'll have to float the 3 mana just in case. Or will we have enough mana by then? I think we'll have 1 mana, so that's actually reserved for Mark of the Owls if in case this is the thing that we need. But by turn 4, we have enough activators or enablers for Lucian to level up. So assuming Senna is on the field by turn 3, here by turn 3, and assuming we were able to cast Fading Memories on turn... Wait, sorry. I lost it there. Alright, let's start again. So Lucian by turn 2, Senna by turn 3, and then on the same turn cast Fading Memories on Senna. Next, turn 4 comes in and we could drop the Ephemeral Senna, which will allow Lucian to level up by the same turn, regardless if we are on the attacking or defending side. If we have the attacker's token, he will level up, and we could start our offense by turn 5 onwards. Or we could actually level him up on the same round using Mark of the Isles, but that would be wasteful, to be honest. I initially wanted to have more enablers like Ruination. What's the name of that king? It's not King, I think. It's the one that kills an ally and revives it. I forgot the card specifically. Chronicler of Ruin. There it is. I initially wanted to have him here, but I would want the deck to be more control-ish. We'll talk about the removals later on, but the thing unique about here is that Thresh, if ever we don't get Lucian, or we will get Senna, I'm pretty sure. But if we don't get any of them, Thresh comes in and we'll just try to stall as much as we can. We really want a hard mulligan on the units here. We want Lucian and Senna to be on the field by the turn that we mentioned. So yeah, I'm kind of losing my train of thoughts here. I'm sorry, but anyways, knowing that we have that meager or centralized offense, we have to make sure that we are capable of defending that strategy or that tactic. So we have Mist Call and Scribe of Sorrow, which would revive and keep us alive and healthy by giving us more copies of Lucian and Senna. Well, that's in the case of Scribe of Sorrow, but Mist Call would essentially revive them if they die on the same round or in the same turn. Another thing is I missed out on explaining Thresh because I got lost. Thresh is actually an enabler if we don't get Lucian, but the problem here is that he won't be able to help us unless he actually levels up. So that's something that we might have to take into consideration because we only have a few units here. But nonetheless, so far, I think it's all good. We also have a copy of Rekindler, just to have us revive either of the two. So yeah, in terms of the removal suite, we have a lot because this is Shadow Isles with Demacia. First of our removal kit would be Concerted Strike, and then we have Grasp of the Undying Will, which also lets us heal, and same with Withering Wail. I always want to keep these at 3 copies, both of them, because we want to heal whenever we're in a bad situation. Second would be Judgment, to have that kind of combat tactic going on, and it's also cheaper than Ruination, and it also is a fast spell. I have Rhasa, which is also a threat, but I would consider him more of a removal in case we happen to or if we happen to have a unit die on the turn, we can summon him. And we have the Harrowing, sort of like our wild card if all else fail. We also have a copy of Purify, which is not really a removal, but it rids us of pesky units that we can actually get rid of by removing them. Also, if we happen to encounter a Demacia deck with what do you call this? With an Unyielding Spirit card effect on the follower, not champion, we could actually neutralize that one. We also have Vengeance. I forgot about Vengeance, but it's a staple whenever you're playing Shadow Isles control. And I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, there is some consideration of changes, but for now we're good with this, and if there will be changes, let's see. Let's try a single match with rank. Or actually, let's try playing with it for a few bit. A few times. So this is going to be the first version of the Rhasa Revival deck. I think I got the inspiration of this deck from Thresh, because I did have a Thresh before with Karma, and it uses this multiple missed call copies when Karma arrives, so plentiful of champions by the end of by the latter part of the game. But for this one, it's focused on really denting the opponent's nexus early on and trying to just control the field after establishing that tempo. Okay. I'll want to hard mulligan for Senna. Just really want her, but unfortunately we did not get her. We will be attacking on the events, which is good. There might be a chance. Well, there isn't a chance. There's actually not a chance that we will get this removed because this is not Piltover. We're not up against the Piltover. So yeah. Okay, let me just think about that.
Never play fair.
I would have been able to get rid of her before she levels up, but unfortunately not. So I don't have much choice but to take her damage and let her level up.
They should be.
Oh, I didn't know that we are actually up against Yasuo control, so I'm not highly confident
No one gets in my
on
way.
this matchup, to be honest. So, will he try to use it on Lucian? He definitely will. There's probably another copy of Blade's Edge in his hand, on the opponent's hand. I'll still try to do
room
this.
for doubt.
Okay, there we go. I think I could glimpse that. Should I glimpse? A fading memory would actually allow me to level up Senna. Oh yeah, it's a champ. It's only. Sorry, I forgot. It's actually only a follower, so I don't have much choice. I'm gonna ready my Grasp of Undying next round because Katarina will be here, and he'll have how many? He might have a deny because he paused a bit there. He paused there a bit. So there's a high risk if I'm going to do a Grasp of Undying next round.
Is a leaf's only purpose to fall?
I guess not. If he drops Katarina next round, I'll be able to remove Yasuo. Because I really can't afford for him to consistently attack.
Some things never dull.
Let's see. Scribe of Sorrows is gonna be good. He's gonna give us a copy of. I'm probably gonna say Vengeance because I really need that heal. Yep. Alright, cool.
Done.
Then we're gonna play this to get a copy of Lucian. Cool. Okay. Can I use this one? Oh, I actually can, but it seems like I can't. Oh no, sorry, I thought it was Lucian, but who should I use? I could try to use. That wouldn't be so useful though. I'll have to drop Fresh and then create a copy of Scribe of Sorrows or something. But I don't think I'll need that. I already have two, so yeah. I'll attack because I kind of need them. But Yasuo needs to be. You need to get rid of Yasuo quite quicker. I'm really afraid of that deny.
One blade, one purpose.
So I could probably try to block.
Nobody escapes.
Should I use? This risks me of the deny, so I'll probably just do that and try to do a missed call. Please. Alright. Then I could drop Lucian. But he still has a lot of mana. I'm gonna have to save the Purify for some threatening units that he might have. I'm actually scared of dropping Lucian because he might have a stun there. And it's not really the time for me to drop him, I think. Yeah. Would that be useful? Will I be willing to exchange him for removal? Yasuo will also gain, so that would be a lose for me. So I'll probably just be careful. Oh, this is tough. This is really tough.
Any last words? Yes, you.
No, I actually would want to do this. So that he has to make a decision on who to stun.
Everything's a joke to you, huh?
I'm gonna have to get a copy of that. And do I want to use Atrocity? Not really. I'm waiting for the deny.
Sinner. Come and play. I own you.
Come on.
All will kneel before
There we go.
Noxus. Noxus always wants something from Ionians.
Finally.
A fallen leaf.
I was really hoping that he'll bring out something. And we could just pretty much silence this guy. We could stun him. Yeah, I'll drop. The deck is also a bit flavorful because you know the history of Lucian, Senna, and Thresh. So yeah, let's see what I'll be able to make here. He knows I have that, so I don't want to use the Judgment. He's so full of mana. I'm gonna have to do that instead. And what should I do? Should I take it? That's going to be 7. And quite frankly, I don't have enough copy of Lucian anymore. This is going to be the last one. So I'm gonna have to be careful in making the decision. I could do this, but that risks me of a Twin Discipline, but I still have enough Purify. So yeah. There we go. I'm gonna have to pass. Or actually, no. Should I copy this one? I could do that. And I could drop him. When I copy it, would it be like an exact same? Yeah, I think so. So I think when I copy it with Fading Memories, I'll carry on these things. I have to be mindful of the...
Burn away the shadows.
You know, I can't do that. I can't kill Thresh. I need healing at this point.
Oh, your brother said hello. Or rather, screamed it. Impossible.
Should I? Maybe I should. I could, but should I? But it's also an ephemeral, so how many souls do we need to take? It's not going to be useful. I could do this. No, it's not gonna be useful. I think I'll pass. He still has a lot of mana in his hand, and that would open up for a hell lot of denial.
You have taken a dark path. You never did believe me.
Alright. I could use Yone. And then I could... glimpse Thresh. Yeah, so far I think that's the only thing I could do right now.
Reality's inevitability.
At least we got the deny. So... But it's going to be my turn, and I don't have enough units to kill everyone. I probably need to do something about that. So our option is to drop the Arachnoid Sentry, block Yone, and use Judgment. That would kill off these three, and I would just be stuck with Yasuo. is already leveled up. So that will be 5. That will bring me to 4. Or I could drop Yone, which will probably die. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah, I could do that. I could just hold off. Because what I can do is stun Yasuo.
I follow only one path, my own. Looking grim.
I could do this to stun Yone.
Remember your training.
Then I'll block Yasuo. Use this. Hopefully that. I really hope he does not have anything to counter that.
Noxus never dies.
Alright. Now this turn I could play Thresh. I could do this. Well, I could play Thresh first. Then attack Yasuo. So then I have another thing. Fine. I'm really running out of options here. Oh crap, this is already a loss. Yep, we lost for the first round, so yeah.
My war host awaits. Only the lucky ones return home.
I could still live through this.
The blade above all.
I could block this.
Going somewhere.
And then do this. I could actually just try to purify this and use Mark of the Isles. That should at least remove it. Oh, why did I do that? I forgot I'm using
the journey doesn't get you the
Atrocity. That was a terrible mistake. And I'm all out of resources.
You pay, I fight.
I'll do what must be done. Answer for what you have done. Have nothing more to give.
I'm just trying
I've
to
survived far worse.
hold it off. At this point, he has bigger creatures, so we might have to look into that. Maybe we should ramp up the creatures that we have instead of relying too much on revival.
I'm getting
This is gonna be
warmed up.
stunned either way, so yep, that's a good game.
Face your fate.
Okay, let's try to fight more into other decks first before we decide what to do or what the changes should be. Alright, so that was up against Yasuo control. Brom and Zed. I need to be aware of his ephemeral, and this could be a variant of Kinko Elusive, but I don't know yet. So with that in mind, I would like to keep Withering Royal, Mist Skull, and I probably should keep Thresh. Alright, another deck that really is something that I should watch out for because it's Ionia and there's going to be Deny. I would have won the earlier round,
My
but
training
I've not
is
been denied.
unconventional. I'll show you how it's done.
Okay, we're gonna drop Senna this round.
I'm what nightmares fear.
So far, we're not able to conduct the thing that we want to happen.
The Order rewards its faithful.
Okay, that's not helpful. I don't like this. At this point, we need to be able to keep healing. Four.
Rome is on the job.
I could do Mark of the Isles into Mist Call this round because I'm pretty sure he's gonna use Braum. But that would be
Let's
too
show our
much of
friends
a
that
resource,
show me
to
your
be honest.
best.
So I think I could just try to get rid of... How many would that be? We'll have a total of 8 because there's an elixir here possibly waiting. So if I deal 8, yeah, exactly 8. That would be exactly 8. I'll hit him.
I fight another day.
That did used a lot. Should I have waited instead and did a missed call? Because I kind of oversaw the increase in his power. That was a mistake on my part. I could try to get rid of Shadow Dragon instead. I have to move on from that. I know I did messed up from that turn, but let's see.
Hey, Krabby!
Green Glade.
That's my resting face.
That's what I would know. Is this one? Yeah, it's definitely this one. No. This one. Because Green Glade I can get rid of using Withering Wail. So, yeah. There's a chance he'll Twin Discipline this, but oh my gosh, I forgot I don't have enough Mystical, but I do have enough copy of Thresh. But it's still not good.
That's it.
The dark beckons.
Okay, I'm gonna pass that. I knew it. It's a variant of Elusives. I have 8 mana, so I only have enough for either a Thresh Box, Mistcall, or I could go with Withering Wail and Silence.
Let's move!
I could trade in this one
No
for
one
this
escapes.
and heal overall. Yeah. I don't have much choice. The deck might be, or currently what I see is that we might be overloaded with spells that are situational. So we might have to look into putting more units instead. Because I always remember to tell myself, there is no wrong threat in a card game. There are only wrong timing of when you put a threat. But for answers, there's always wrong answers. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Are we gonna get a deny? There's the deny. Good. Because I can't have that lingering around.
Stay safe. I'll take it from here.
We also seem to lack card advantage.
for each crab I saw
we
today.
need to have more than we need to not just rely on the limps, because we also need to be able to. I mean, if we're not gonna have card advantage, we need to at least have strong units or sustainable units. And at the moment, the units that we have are all reliant upon revival. And I know that's the deck's concept, but at this point, I'm actually trying to see if it's worth it.
Death, no.
Are we gonna get an elixir? Nope.
Shadow.
So it'll be 8 next round. I could do this. Should I do that? I don't know anymore, to be honest. But I could wait for Rhasa. He can come in. I could... You know, I could...
Without a sound.
Or I could do a harrowing. Apparently I can't silence that. So I need to trade in someone. Will I still have a deny? If I do this, that's going to be a big risk right there. And I can't take this. It's going to be 14. That's going to be a 14 damage to my Rexes. And no one died yet. So I don't have much choice but use harrowing. Because this is the only thing that will protect me from this giant thing. Unfortunately, I can't purify champions. If this is going to be a denied, or if it's going to be denied, there's a high chance that we're going to have to surrender. Because I can't deal with the field that he has already, and he still has 7 mana. I mean, spell-wise, he still has 7. I didn't actually count. I think 2 of the Thresh died.
All join us sooner or later.
Actually, just 3. That's not ideal. Honestly, that's not ideal. But I don't have choice.
Strike quickly.
I don't have a choice.
We go as one.
I definitely want
Stand
to do
down.
this. Or I could get rid of this as well and take the 7, but nope. Yeah, that's a big nope. So the deck needs to speed up. I'm taking notes. The deck needs to speed up. The deck needs more reliance and just consistency in terms of the threats. Fine. It was really able to prevent me from that. We need more than just Rhasa.
An apt pupil.
My life for the Order.
What can I say? It's a really good deck. Elusives with Rom. Man, it's unit based, but I think we might have to recheck the identity of our deck because it's going places that I cannot really determine as of the moment. Is this a lost cause already? Might be.
What delightful agony we shall inflict.
Will no one listen?
Oh yeah, babbling beer. Consistency. Yeah, I don't think this is worth it anymore, so I'm just gonna have to surrender. Okay, so I am taking notes. You know, other people gets frustrated by getting demoted, but to me, because we're focused on the creativity and we're really focused on making something happen out of nothing, I don't mind it. It just gives us more time to really focus on our craft. And after seeing those 2 matches, I think I might have to reconsider. I mean, this is more of like a soft combo deck, which doesn't really make sense. Lucian and Senna are really good for a deck that really want to rush, but at this point we could probably do more than just artificially enable Senna or Lucian, whoever. So yeah, because it looks like we're building like a tempo deck. This really reminds me of the Delver. If you're playing Magic the Gathering, this reminds me of like a simple or a very or the core of the Delver for Pauper, the Delver deck. I've always been playing Pauper, and nothing more than that because I'm not willing to spend a lot of money. But yeah, as we're really putting out an early threat, and we're trying to protect it. But the problem is the early threat is easily blockable, unlike in the concept of being able to unstoppable with elusives or fearsome. It does have quick attack, so it will trade in units, which is really good. But it will probably bring us to a point where they'll bring out bigger units, and we're just trading, and we're not going anywhere because their nexus is still healthy. And to win, we need to have their nexus down to 0, or we need to mill their cards. And the only way to mill the card right now is through Maokai. I really need to reconsider this, but I really like this deck. The concept of having that early threat and control is really something that I prefer, but I might have to look into replacing Lucian. Or if we want to have Lucian, we want to make sure that he's going to be supported by a lot of units that would overwhelm the field quickly, rather than fully how do you say this, depending on Lucian and Senna, because they're very easy to remove. First of all, they can be blocked, and they take time to be online. We might have to revolve around this, the effect. But Thresh is gonna be a staple here. I really like him here, because we're focused on, or we might actually switch at least a copy of Thresh for Kalista, because we're looking at having allies die. But at that point, why wouldn't we just go for an Elise? So there's a lot of things going on right now, so I probably would have to shoot another one right after making some changes to this deck, but we'll stick to this deck concept and we'll stick to it. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next part, and by then we would have some changes, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Oh yeah, I forgot, please, if you like this video and if you really want to keep supporting me, hit the like button, and please subscribe to my channel. It'll be very helpful to me. I'm hopeful that you would be a part of this journey with Legends of Runeterra, and if you want to see more content, I'd be happy to see you in the next videos. Alright, now I can say bye.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.